Chicken. Chicken. Come on, chicken. Come on, chicken. And just like that, the chickens are fed. Of course, we got some stragglers, but they'll all eventually come. Go. Do you come that fast when you're called to dinner? I don't. Have you ever watched them eat before? Look how fast that little mouth is going. Here, I'm gonna find someone that doesn't mind. Nell don't mind. We can watch you eat, can't we? That mouth's going 100 miles an hour. You'd think they would starve to death until you looked at the bellies on them. Even nursing babies, they still got some belly. Here's Flo. See how fast she goes? They're eating a 5-gallon bucket full every morning now. That's in addition to everything else they get. This is Flo. She's the one that had the quadruplets, but she's only having to raise 3. So we found the home for the 4th one. Hey, just wanted to see how everybody's doing today. And the babies are starting to eat. See some of them in there with their mama. They're learning real quick. That's how they learn. They learn from mama, watching mama. And monkey see, monkey do. So everybody's doing fine. Growing like little weeds. So, and of course they're still just eat up and cute. If we could just figure out how to bottle that stuff and sell it individually, we'd be rich. But they've all been dehorned. That's not something we ever want to show on video. It's very unpleasant, but it has to be done. And the crying, you'd think he's killing them. But it doesn't take just a little while, they're over it. There's Nell's baby. He's a biggin. Since he was just a 1. No brother or sister to have to share with. So he gets it all. So, okay, we're going to stop this for now and we'll move on to the next task. That's the one thing goats will do, hardly anything else will. They'll prune stuff up just as high as they can get. Come on, stand up on your hind legs again. Of course, you know, you turn the camera on and nobody will do anything you want them to. These fruit trees taste real good. There you go. Balance on them back legs. Just one more leaf. Just a little more stretch. Yep. Just short. But if you can do like that one, find you something to put your front feet on. Just tongue was just a little longer. Just a little longer. And she gives up. You know, this just knows they're so good. That's Angel. And she's anything but an angel. She's a little devil. Okay, now that I'm not distracted, I'll continue on where I was going. And here we have our next invasive pest that we would like to see gone. It's a thistle. Some people call it Canadian thistle. I don't know. Just that it's a thistle. This one's already starting to bloom, and it means it's time to get it chopped down quick. Now they're really easy to kill. Most any spray will kill them, but I'm down to the point I've got so few it ain't worth mixing up a tank of nothing for. So I just chop them off with a hoe and they'll be gone. But we never had these things till the early 1980s, and all of a sudden they just like took over. And I don't know, there again, it's rumor. I heard it because of all the chicken houses we have around here, that some of the grains coming from Canada for the feed had this in it, and that's how it was being spread. So whether that's true or not, it's a pain. And it doesn't matter how well of a job you do of spraying your own fields and getting it clean on your own, you're reliant on your neighbors doing a good job too. Because like the field to the south of us, there's been years they didn't do nothing, and you know, they had 1,000 of them down there, and every one of these little bloom heads here, Lord, that's 100 of them. Your only saving grace is this is a biennial. The first year, it's just going to be these leaves like this, flat against the ground, and it'll be like that the first year. The second year is when it shoots up into this, and you know, so you've got a year to catch it. And you know, just a few will go a long ways. If I hadn't caught this thing, you know, next year they'd be covering this whole ravine here. So I guess it's good we saw it when we did. And I've seen 2 others I got to go chop down. But just a hoe will make quick work of it. It's a fairly stout stem, but it chops pretty good. I don't know if I can do this with one hand. Yeah, I can. Can't do much else with one hand, but I'll do a little bit better job of that once I put the camera down. But anyway, if you've got these, you can spray with Roundup, 2,4-D, most anything will kill these. Or when you get it down to just a few like me, just go out there with a hoe, and you'll get these things gone. But anyway, let me know what y'all do. Now on to the next thing. Okay, it's gonna give you an update on this mower. I finally got it on the tractor yesterday. It only took all day because so many of these parts had been sitting on the ground. Like this little contraption here, all the pins was rusted, and you had to beat them and pry them and bang, and oh, that was just so much fun. And then getting all this tweaked to lift properly. Because when these started production in '73, you got to figure that back then, not a whole lot of mid-sized tractors had auxiliary hydraulics on it. So the engineers at John Deere got real creative, and you got to give it to them. They figured out a way to lift that bar up without hydraulics by wrapping a chain down here at the bottom, comes up, and then you've got this little contraption here. A piece of chain goes from the frame down to this piece, which hooks onto your drawbar, which hooks up to this big arm. So when you lift this up, your drawbar stays in place, but this piece raises with the frame, and so it pulls on that chain. And when that pulls on that, it pulls on this. Pretty clever of them, but kind of awkward now. I mean, I guess someday I could probably retrofit this and put me a hydraulic cylinder from here to here, and update this substantially. My problem has been this PTO shaft. This end has got a 19 spline end on it, 1.25 inches. Well, come to find out, that thing is impossible to find anywhere at any price. Can't be had nowhere. And I was missing this front half. Fortunately, I had a co-worker that had one on an old piece of equipment out behind his barn. And we go, great. We didn't hardly look at it because it's filthy dirty. But when I got it here and looked, I don't know if you can tell this, it's twisted. And so because of this twist in it, it won't slide up the female end of this shaft. So even though it looks like it'll work, it really won't. I mean, I operated it, but I mean, it's doing an arc. You know, it's not really vibrating, but I don't want to risk the bearings and the PTO of the tractor. I mean, if I was just risking the ones here, I wouldn't care that much, because that looks to be pretty easy to replace. But I'm not risking the tractor over this. So plan B is going to ensue. I'm getting ready to take this off, double check my measurements, and then I guess head to Tractor Supply after work tomorrow and see if I can find one with an 1.25 inch round shaft. And then I'm going to attempt drilling this hardened splined shaft on this thing. Should be fun. So I mean, I guess if I have to, I can pull this out real quick and take it to a machine shop and make them do it. The other thing, you'll see I'm missing a belt. Well, there's a good reason for that. I ordered from johndeere.com, used their books, pulled up the one that's supposed to fit this model, and I got it. They sent it in a timely manner. It's only about 3 inches too short. I've got this collapsed as far as it'll go, and it's still way too short. So, and then I ordered a bunch of other parts. Well, not a bunch. Air filters and oil filter for this tractor at the same time. And do y'all have the same problem getting parts as I do? I mean, it's getting ridiculous. That on April 4th, they sent me an email that said they'd shipped the parts. Well, by the 14th, I got suspicious when I hadn't got nothing yet. Because, you know, usually in continental US, it doesn't take more than 2 or 3 days to get it from one corner to the other. And so I called them up. They go, oh yeah, that's a problem. I'm gonna get in touch with such and such down at the warehouse. I'll get right back to you. Well, I never heard from them. So next day I called them again. Okay, yeah, we're gonna get this all fixed up. And we're gonna expedite it. So on Friday, I forget what date that was. This is the 29th, 18th. You know, I received a package from them all right. And it was leaned against the gate when I got home from work, because the UPS man was too lazy to take it up to the house. And I knew right away something was wrong. The box is only 2 inches thick. It's like that 10-inch diameter filter didn't go in that box. So I got it up there, and guess what? It was a lawnmower blade. Really? Are y'all that incompetent? So Monday, I'm gonna have to call them up again, say, hey y'all, you screwed up yet again. So I don't know, I may just take the part numbers now that I got them and get it from somebody else. It's getting ridiculous. So I just, you know, things were so much easier than when we all just had an 800 number we called. Excuse me. We talked to a real human. We told them what we wanted, and you know, in under a week we had it. It was always, the part was always the right part. It fit. Now, with all this technology and new and improved, we can't seem to get anything right. So I guess it goes to that old saying, anyone can make a mistake, but to really screw something up, you're going to need a computer. So anyway, folks, happy Easter. Hope y'all have a better time getting parts than me, and we'll see you next time. Oh, and by the way, I'll leave the gate open for you.